Hello my dear Capricorn, this is your love and spirituality reading for the mid-month of July 2018 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. You can see the order I read for the signs at the community section of my channel. And I read for the signs in the order of most liked videos, so don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for your sign. And also thank you all for liking, watching, commenting and subscribing to my channel. I'm truly grateful for all of your appreciation. Thank you Capricorn for all the likes and all you watching my videos. I'm truly grateful, okay? The reading can go both ways. The message is for the people who watch it. So if you cross-watch for another sign and recognize yourself as the main person in the reading, just trust your own intuition and you will get the message you need. For this reading, I will use the Osho Zen Tarot by Deva Padma. I have been using it since 1995, and many of you have asked how I have learned to read tarot in the way I do, and this deck has been my main source of inspiration. It is working with the wisdom of Zen and can be used together with cards with Zen stories to get an even deeper knowledge of your situation. I will make a shorter 5-card spread for you to make it more digestible, and now I'll start shuffling your cards. So my dear Capricorn, what's in store for you? See here. We have maturity in the reversed and guilt. So it seems like you have missed out on an opportunity, Capricorn, or someone has missed out on an opportunity with you. Maturity is like a gift being given to you. It's being held out like this. It's like the egg coming down to the womb. Either it's fertilized or it's not. And in this case, it's not fertilized. And with the 8 of Swords, that can make you feel very hopeless. Either you feel stuck into the situation that's not fertile, or you are feeling like you should have done something else to get this chance. It might also be that you are looking for these opportunities in the whole wrong places. So why they are not fertilized is because it's no good for you. You are not supposed to have these things. You are searching for love, for example, in the wrong places, or searching for an income in fields that's actually never going to make you happy. Something going on here. So I pull the divine with love and light, and here we have comparison, 5 of Swords with the guilt card in the reverse. So it says that you need to compare yourself to others. You need to look at yourself through other people's eyes, okay? Stop looking on you to other people's eyes. Look on you through your eyes. We want to get this outside view of ourselves because we want to check so we are not in our shadow. We want to see that we are not doing crazy things without knowing it. But here you are instead driving yourself crazy, being over judgmental of everything you do. 5 of Swords in reverse, and it might be that someone is going to need to apologize to you because they are being eaten by guilt, or you feel the need to apologize to someone because you're eaten by guilt. Or maybe you just understand that this situation, whatever happens, 5 of Swords, it can be like someone attacking you or not being friends with you at all, that this is not personal, and that you kind of free yourself from this situation. You're no longer going to let these people judge you or make you feel bad. It can also be, if you're a cross-watcher for a Capricorn, it can be the Capricorn actually, because the Capricorns that watch my videos is a little bit unsimilar like from the people in general. They are more spiritual. So for a less spiritual Capricorn, this could be a person that wants to apologize and are guilt-stricken, but might be unable to do so because they don't want to lose their ego or their position of winning or rising above or being better than you. So it's like a person won't admit to that they want peace with you because of humiliation or something happened to their ego or their self-image. So their self-image is very tightly bound towards winning and like power, control, things like this. That's not worth anything. You will lose it all. But for most of you Capricorn, this will be a situation where you're freeing yourself from the guilt that other wants to throw your way. You're not going to take it anymore. Okay, so I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here we have politics in the reverse together with the comparison in the reverse. So I'm thinking some kind of lies have been exposed here. You have been able to see how someone has been lying, or it can even be that you have seen the own lies that you have told yourself to feel better. And now you're seeing the situation more clearly, but it's not happy, but at least you see it for what it is. Or it might be that you see a person for what they are, or a person sees you for what you are. Sometimes this can be that you have been hiding something, the truth from someone. With the first card we have there, maybe we wanted a chance with someone, but we didn't want to make the effort because this might have made us feel insecure and vulnerable. Like someone, if we show what we really want, that we really want this job, or we really want to be with this person, we feel humiliated if they would have said no. So for some person might have been exposed in this kind of situation, so they didn't get what they want because they were not honest. Okay. And I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Capricorn. How you recognize yourself and others in the reading is you look at yourself. Have you been non-authentic? No. Then it's the other person maybe being non-authentic or not really fully showing you their true face, but you exposed them. But now you're disappointed. You wanted things to be in another way. You had found this situation that was perfect and you were looking forward to being in it, but and it showed out to be tainted or not really what you wanted, or you didn't get the support from the people in that environment, and now you feel disappointed, and it's like you're taking it a little bit personal here. Why couldn't they love you? Why couldn't they see your qualities? Why couldn't they see how hard you have been working, and all these kind of things? And we have participation here in reversed, and also playfulness in reverse. So it might have been someone that wanted to like not have a committed relationship with you, or you weren't offered like a job with, you know, a contract. Maybe it was like a temporary job, or something has been offered to you that was kind of flaky or not permanent. Or for cross watchers, Capricorn might have done this to you, offering something that was not permanent, and now both sides is kind of suffering usually. But we also have the intensity here, so it shows that if you have recognized a situation where a person or the situation itself didn't offer what you really wanted, you couldn't feel secure in this environment because it was not supportive towards you, and you became disappointed. This intensity is showing you moving on from this situation with great intensity and speed. Okay, so I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Capricorn viewers. So I want my dear Capricorn to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving situation. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay, so I will just tune in here for a few seconds to your reading. Okay, so this will be your reading there, and in the bottom of the deck we have We Are the World in reversed. So it's like you have not been able to be with your tribe, find your tribe, or find the work that you want, or the house that you wanted to buy, or the living situation you wanted. It's like you feel that it has not been to your liking. You are disappointed on what has been offered to you. Okay, and this is you. And this is your past, this is your future, this is the past of the circumstance, the person you are dealing with, the situation you're dealing with, or how the divine has tried to affect you. And this is the future of this same thing, your partner, your family, your job, things like this. And here we are, and we have completion. So it seems like you might have gotten closure in some kind of situation. You might have found that things have, even if they didn't settle in the way you wanted to, at least they settled, okay? And you feel at peace, like something is complete, and you can move on with your life, like with the Knight of Wands. So if truth was finally said and the air was finally cleared, even if the things that came out was ugly, like it was a reason to why they were hidden, because they had the potential of breaking the situation into pieces. But when they have break the situation into pieces, it seems like you are getting like a completion out of this. Like you can find that, okay, so now I don't have to strive towards making this person happy, because now I know the circumstance and it will never work, or I don't have to strive making my boss happy because this was what she really thought of me, and so on and so on. But with the completion, it's also talking about you walking on your highest path towards your highest destiny. And even though you might have been in a situation where people have rubbed you the wrong way, there's a great connection between you. So you're doing this for spiritual reasons. You came down to do this. It was destined and very, very, very important. So don't be bitter. Don't hate people around you. Just pay gratitude for the teaching that they gave you when they rubbed you the wrong way. So it's a very beautiful card about endings and completions, but in the way that won't maybe leave you with this big burden carrying around the past for so much longer, okay? So this is your past, and we have traveling. So it's 8 of Wands. It's usually very clear communication, like making room for no misunderstandings by really clearly communicating yourself, where you stand, what you want, what you need, what you want from the future. So it's also Uranus energy hitting and kind of clarifying your life, your spiritual values and standards. So you're not going to put yourself in a situation which is not going to be truthful for you. And so this is about truth and honor. It can also be a person coming and apologizing, you apologizing to someone, or you want to clear the air with someone. It's a very friendly card. The World card is also very friendly. So it's a very friendly energy here. Wanted to do the best, the very best. And you did. It might not have panned out in the way you wanted to, always, but you did your best, and that is enough, because changes doesn't come like immediately. People needs to digest what you have been saying, and kind of feel on that and chew on that a little bit, and then maybe there will come a solution that's maybe more to your liking, from what I saw with the cards when I shuffled. And here we have experience in the reverse. So it's a little bit dangerous here that you will lose your mojo and kind of settle. We have completion here, 21. 2 + 1 is 3. It's the Empress returning to the Great Mother. But here it's in the reverse. So it's like you are not trusting your Great Mother instincts. You're not, even if you're male, you have this Great Mother instincts. It's like the instincts of life, in which way to grow, to find the light. And here you're thinking, maybe I'm growing in the wrong direction because I gave it all. I show this like beautiful vulnerability, and I show my true colors and see where it went. It didn't become in the way I wanted it to. But with the 3 experience here, it's saying that you need to continue to trust yourself, and sometimes we need to separate from people, like oil from water, because we are going to meet our tribe. So you can't be with the people that is not for you. Then you can't, if you don't sacrifice the people that's not for you, or the situations that's not for you, you can't find the people that actually there for you, or the situation that's waiting for you. So don't lose your confidence here. Don't lose the pride in yourself, and the self-knowledge, and the trust in yourself, and the self-acceptance, just because things didn't pan out in the way you wanted them to. You really did your best. The divine is supporting you. The universe wants for you, and for the universe what you want. Okay, you have the same longing. So it's not that the world is against you. It wants the same thing. But how do we get there? It's by really center ourselves into the beings that we are and accepting ourselves fully, and then we are aligning with the universe. When we are against ourselves, we are disaligned with the universe. When we align with ourselves, we come into our full power, which you were here but lost it here, and we are a pure creative force on earth. Okay, big great powers has worked against you for thousands of years to prevent you to come to this. They wanted you to be ashamed of yourself. They wanted you to have self-loathing, self-hate, distrust in yourself, no self-acceptance, to believe that you were nothing, because then you were separated from the universe and the universal forces. But when you are aligning with yourself and trust yourself, you are dancing with the divine. Okay, so this is the past of your outside circumstance, and it's the Magician in reversed. So it might be that you have been dealing with someone that wanted to they were shady. Okay, they didn't want to show themselves in the true light. They didn't want to have clear, direct communication. They wanted to fool you or manipulate you or use magic upon you so that you would be lost, and that you would be manipulated to feed them instead of aligning with the universe. So it kind of succeeded a little bit to convince you that you are wrong, that there's something wrong with you, that you're not perfect, or but it might also be sometimes misunderstandings, even if you have been very clear with the communication, if you didn't talk fully, because with the Three of Wands in reverse, it might also be that you avoided the total completion because maybe you got fed up with the situation, you didn't want to quarrel anymore, and you just gave up, and some things remained unsaid. So that's also the thing. But it seems like someone has been trying to jank your chain, and wanted you to be in a certain to manipulate you to come into a certain state of mind so you would give up. And it seems like they partly succeeded, that to conform you or to make you doubt yourself. And here's the future, and we have transformation in the reverse. So here is the last card in the Major Arcana. It's number 21. It starts up again with the Fool. This is the great feminine, the great mother that's giving birth to the Fool in the next round. But this is the end. It's more the end than what the Death card is. But here you have Death in the reversed. So I'm thinking there's some situation that's not, you are not done with it. You are going to have to go back and say those last words and get your completion. You're going to have to sort things out with this person or this situation in one way or another. Either the situation is going to reoccur with the same people, the same situation, or a similar situation. So this is warning you for not burning bridges with people or avoiding. Sometimes we just want to cut away, like family, friends, co-workers, jobs, partners, because it's getting too much. But this says, okay, cut them off, but don't burn bridges. Don't say words you never can take back, because it might be that you still have work to do together. Even if they're shady, even if they try to manipulate you, they might still have things to teach you, and there might be things to still do that you still need to do to maybe complete a certain karma or a certain mission. So it's not like fully over just yet. With the transformation card, it kind of promises great transformation and great change. So miracles can happen in this situation, even if you are dealing with people that lies, or it's like the divine is working very hard on this situation and helping you. So miracles might happen. Okay, so I'll read a center card for you, completion card here. The World card in traditional decks. So here the last piece of the jigsaw puzzle is being put into its place. The position of the third eye, the place of inner perception. The third eye, your intuition. When you trust yourself, your feelings, your instincts, you become one with the universe, and you have access to your third eye and your intuition. Even in the ever-changing flow of life, there are moments in which we come to a point of completion. In these moments, we are able to perceive the whole picture, the composite of all the small pieces that have occupied our attention for so long. In the finishing, we can either be in the despair because we don't want the situation to come to an end, or we can be grateful and accepting of the facts that life is full of endings and new beginnings. Whatever has been absorbing your time and energy is now coming to an end. In completing it, you will be clearing the space for something new to begin. Use the internal interval to celebrate both the end of the old and the coming of the new. For some reason, you are kind of stuck in the old and the new can't really come through here. And we have 3 here, and this is 4. 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. So it's kind of the Emperor and Empress energy. So I'm thinking something needs to be solved between the masculine and the feminine inside of you, inside of your life, inside of your situations to get balance before you can completely let this go. This is the way of Zen, not to say things to their completion. This has to be understood. It is very important methodology. Not to say everything means to give an opportunity to the listener to complete it. All answers are incomplete. Okay, so it might be that this is nice, like to not complete everything, but I'm seeing the traces of manipulation also here in this. Like what it's trying to tell is that sometimes people, they don't give you the full thing. Like a partner, for example, that doesn't want to move on to the next stage with you. They might tell you, well, I have loved you forever. Well, yes. And they want you to fill in the rest, like, okay, so they will love me forever, while they are thinking of maybe something else. So it can also make room for misunderstandings when you read in things into what people say. And I would like you to be more perceptive on when things are not saying their full sentences, and actually asking for more on a human state, on a spiritual state. You can complete it, and it says more about you than about the other person. All answers are incomplete. The master has only given you a direction. By the time you reach the limit, you will know what is going to remain. And that is when the time you reach the limit, you know what is going to remain. I'm thinking if you ask the questions, then you are going to get more clarity, and you know if this situation will remain or if it's time to really say goodbye. Okay. This way, if someone is trying to understand Zen intellectually, he will fail. It is not an answer to the question, but something more than the answer. It is indicating that the very reality, the Buddha nature, is not something far away. Your very consciousness is Buddha nature, and your consciousness can witness these things which constitute the world. The world will end, but the mirror will remain, mirroring nothing. So it's talking about you, that another dimension to this. One way to find inner peace is to get all the cards on the table, like view their cards, say that, okay, ask all the questions. If they refuse to answer, you know that the answer will not be something that you like, so you take action accordingly to this. But inside yourself, it's something higher we are talking about here. We are talking about not knowing, accepting that, okay, because sometimes we can make ourselves mad with trying to figure out someone's secret, but if they don't want to tell us, just I don't mind what happens. Okay, put yourself in this state and leave the question to the side and probably walk away from this situation because it's shady. Okay, it's someone is acting shady, not want to spill their all words. They need to know that this is not the way that you treat people. You want to stay with your business, stay in your love life, stay as your friend, stay as devoted family member. If they want to be on your side, they need to be vulnerable with you and open up to you and show you the cards. Even if it means that, well, we are not particularly happy with your job because this and this, because then you can improve it. Or if a person is saying, no, I don't want to ever commit, And then you can take the decision if you want to stay with a non-committal person or not. And it's up to you, instead of them keeping things shady. So it's two-dimensional to this. You can't be either black or white. We can't just be the person that always turn the other cheek. Sometimes we need to be the one that throw out the worthless servant on the street, like Jesus also said. Okay. So I'm going to take an oracle card for you from the Sacred Rebels Oracle with Alana Fairchild. For my dear Capricorn, what's the message? Oh. Softly, softly, the tender touch. Okay. Number 20. So we have 20. And then 21, so judgment and the world, kind of, with numerology speaking. So the wrong book. 22, 20, yes, softly, softly, the tender touch. The feminine wisdom of gentleness can assist you now. I'm thinking that this is what you have shown. When we are at the point in life where we want to attain greater things, but don't necessarily have a proportionally greater supply of energy at our disposal, it is time to work smarter rather than harder. This is a way of feminine wisdom. So I'm thinking you have been, we have been working very hard on your energy, and your energy is kind of coming to an end, and therefore you want to have the cards on the table, because you can't put the work in all these situations, or in all this, like it's like you have been putting in a lot of energy to secure everything, and now you don't have so much energy left. And it's the divine wanted it like this to make you a little bit more tired, so you wouldn't be able to continue in this way, because here you need to kind of ask for help. You need to ask for the other one to step up and help you in this game, to step up and show the love, okay, and show the appreciation, and share with you this vulnerability. However, a culture ignorance of feminine way currently prevails. So it's like when you're trying to, when people are set on manipulating you and winning over you, and you are coming with this feminine way of being vulnerable and showing the cards and wanting the same honesty from this other side, they might want to take advantage of you and want to crush you, okay? We are generally taught that the more force we use, the more we try to make things happen, the more we will achieve. The feminine way is not about force, nor it is about driving, striving, pushing or grabbing at what we can in order to create. It is about inviting what we wish for to come into the space we have provided for it internally in our lives. This method cultivates more energy, causes less stress, and attracts what is desired. It is manifestation by invitation rather than by will or force. So you're inviting a person to come into your personal space and share the secrets and share intimacy and build on something for the future. And if they don't take this offer, if they are going to continue in their stubborn masculine way, either it's a masculine person or a female person, it doesn't matter, they are using a masculine way, you are inviting them to something else. But if they don't take the bait, you don't mind what happens, okay? You don't take things personally. You don't try to control things. You don't live in great anticipation. So say, I don't mind what happens. I accept that this person is unable to open up with me and work together with me at this time. So there's an old story that the sun and the wind were debating about who was more powerful. After boasting about their prowess, they made a wager. A man walked down the street. Where were I? Yes, down the street with a coat on. The wind and the sun decided that whomever could force that coat out of the man was the most powerful. The wind began demonstrating its impressive power. It blew and caught underneath the coat, pulling it and nearly ripping it right off the man. But the man wrapped his coat around himself more tightly to protect himself against the force of the wind. Eventually, perhaps temporarily out of puff, the wind gave up. The sun took over. She shone down, becoming brighter and brighter until the man slipped off his coat, slung it over his shoulder, and walked down the street, quite possibly wondering what was happening with the weather that day. The wind attempted to do by force what the sun was able to do by being. You are being asked to surrender your forcefulness, your determination, and your intense activity, even if just for this moment. Does this mean that you have to surrender the goals you were chasing through those endeavors? Certainly not. This is not about letting go of achievement. It's about understanding the process of manifestation in a more intelligent way. There's a way of creating that gives you energy and doesn't leave you utterly worn out. It is about allowing what you want to come to you. Be yourself absolutely, naturally, and with ease. Shine your light and allow your presence to invite that which you wish to receive. It is about cultivating an energetic affinity with what you seek rather than feeling of lack and need. Do you see the subtle but important difference? It's like if something doesn't want to come to you, give it up, and if it returns, it was yours. Okay, so don't try to control this situation. Show yourself in a very authentic way. Put the cards on the table. Be judgmental a little bit of the other person. See what they are doing and judge them after their actions. Try to stay awake, not falling into all delusions because you want some kind of exchange with this person or this situation. Let it be, whatever will be, will be. Just be authentic and true to yourself, and don't swallow like bad agreements, okay, or half-seas, something half you want. We need to work in different steps towards our goals, and we can't have everything right now, so you can't see this in black and white. You need to find like your middle way through here, but if something is completely on another person's terms, don't take it, okay? Wait for a better opportunity, because a better opportunity will come. It might be that this person have puffed or their wind out, and they will become tired, and they will return to you with this, okay? So my dear Capricorn, I hoped this helped. I want you to take really good care of yourself. I also want to invite you to my next reading, my next general reading that I will do in the mid-July for August, okay? So take really good care, and bye-bye.